are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So a lot of fans are calling out Kim K for copying Cardi B. Okay. Cardi B wore this outfit. I think it's when she went to go see Stefan Diddy play months ago when she was pregnant. And Kim K popped out in the same outfit. So fans are saying that Kim K is a culture vulture. She's copying Cardi B. And that's why Cardi B don't delete her pictures, because all the other celebrities are copying her and that she's a fashion icon. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's my thing. I feel like all celebrities copy each other. This look is very basic. I'm like, okay, like they got the same jacket, whoop-de-doo. Like this is a very basic look. And to be quite honest, I would prefer, I'll be honest with you, I think Kim K, even though I don't really respect her like that, I think she dressed way better than Cardi B. Cardi B dressed tacky, ghetto. There's never a time where I'm really gagging over a Cardi B outfit. I do think she can dress at times, but a lot of the times I feel like is too, I don't know, tacky. You know what I'm saying? Like, she kind of reminds me of a person that tries too hard to think outside of the box. Where to me, I feel like Kim is more effortless. You know what I'm saying? Like Kim, to me, she might have a lot of stylists. Allegedly she does. But I feel like her looks are more effortless. Whereas I feel like Cardi B, she tries very hard to think outside the box or to basically become a fashion icon. And I feel like, there's certain people that are just effortlessly a good dresser thanks to their stylist, okay? But I think even when she do like the big red carpets, and I'm talking about Cardi B, like the last Met, she was looking like the Grinch that stole the silicone, okay? But it was outside the box. But again, it feels like she tries too hard, like it's not effortless. That's one thing about Cardi B, is never effortless. It always feel like she's doing too much, right? Or she's trying to be outside of the box. So let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, moving on from that, as we know, Queen B has been announced as a co-chair for the 2026 Met Gala. A lot of fans are speculating that Nicki Minaj will be banned from the 2026 Met Gala because Queen B will be the co-chair. A fan said, no invitation for Nicki. Mother is stopping bags, aka Queen B is stopping bags. Another person said, we are not getting a Nicki look this year. Nicki won't attend and neither Beyoncé will allow it. If she has any say in the attendees, which she doesn't, is Anna Wintour's decision, okay? But there's a big but. I do feel like the Carters will mention to Anna Wintour that, they might be uncomfortable with Nicki Minaj being there. Mostly Camel Face, if Camel Face attends. I don't think Queen B would make such a big deal about it, because Queen B and Nicki Minaj are grown. I don't think Beyonce gonna run up on Nicki or press her. But I definitely think Camel Face would definitely tell Anna Wintour, listen, I do not want her near Queen B at all. I can see Camel Face doing that. And he has attended in the past. He hasn't attended since the year he got exposed for cheating on Queen B. That was the last time he attended the Met. But if he does attend, or even just out of, protecting Queen B, he might say something to Anna Wintour. I don't feel like Queen B will, though. I don't think so. I think Queen B and Nicki Minaj could coexist. I don't think that Nicki could coexist with Camel Face. And I don't think Camel Face wants Nicki at the Met if Queen B is going. Okay? Also, I feel like, though, Solange, if Solange go, I don't know. I feel like Solange could possibly say something, though. Because Solange don't play about Beyonce. That's one thing. Solange does not play. But I don't think it would be like her running down on Nicki Minaj. That's not what I'm trying to say. I don't think Solange or Beyonce would run down on Nicki because they have class. They're not Cardi B. They're not throwing shoes. They're not throwing objects. It's a prestigious event. But I can see Solange probably wanting to have a conversation with Nicki Minaj. I don't think she'll press her though, like aggressively. But a conversation could happen. Now, moving on from that, Doja Cat has been announced to participate as a host committee for the 2026 Met Gala. The other host committee are Sabrina Carpenter. Let me see anybody that I know. Lena Dunham. Let's see, Lisa, Sam Smith, and there's a few other people that we may not really care about. But let me know how y'all feel about that. Okay, Big Doja Cat is on the host committee. Do you think we'll get a Doja Cat and Queen Bee picture? That would be fire. I would be here for that. So let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, moving on from that, a lot of fans were speculating that Clay and Megan Thee Stallion have possibly already tied the knot. A fan said, I can't prove it yet, but they're probably already married. Fans are speculating this because I guess Clay had gotten a Megan Thee Stallion's name on his boat. Okay, I think that was, revealed last week. Megan Thee Stallion is cooking for Klay Thompson's family. She did that on Thanksgiving. So a lot of people think that they're married. I think they bought a house together allegedly. So that's why people are speculating that they could already be married. I don't think that they are. But if she is, congratulations. I don't believe it though. I don't believe that they would do a private wedding ceremony. I feel like if they was getting married, they would have announced it. They post everything on social media. So I definitely don't believe this. But I definitely think that he could propose possibly in the future. I don't think that the relationship is going to last though, but that's just my opinion on it. Now, moving on from that, Queen Bee makes history. Queen Bee becomes the first Black woman in history to serve as both an honorary chair in 2013 and a co-chair 2026 at the Met Gala. Okay, so she's the only Black woman to do this. Allegedly, Rihanna, Zendaya, whoever you want to name, have not done this. So congratulations to Queen Bee. I wonder how she gonna gag the live. Okay, I feel like she gonna have to come hard or go home because you can't be the co-chair and not bring it. I wonder if Rihanna's gonna attend. That would be interesting. Queen Bee, Rihanna, and possibly Nicki Minaj under one roof for one night. I don't know if Nicki would go that. We don't know if Nicki gonna go. We're gonna see how things play out because one thing about the Carters, they like to pull strings. But Rihanna probably would still get an invite. But I don't know. I feel like I don't really gag over a Rihanna look like that no more. I don't be gagging. Her last year look wasn't too... not last year. It was this year. Her look for this year's Met that happened a few months ago. Well, not a few months ago, but in May of 2025. That was decent. That was decent. I can't even hate on it. But I wasn't gagging. But it was decent. I liked her look. Now, moving on from that, Nicki Minaj decided to put out a series of tweets. She tweeted, "But you want this album or not? Take the poll. No mail-in votes. No voter fraud. Polls open for 1 hour. Identification required. New sheriff in town. Straighten your backs up when I walk by. Poke your chest out when I walk by. Salute. Heads high. Militant-ish only." 70% of the people said that they want music. 30% of the people said that they do not want the music. Okay, so let me know where you guys voted. Then she tweeted Trump's over chumps. Then it was Elon over peons. Okay, whatever that means. Then she tweeted Vance over rants. And he responded and said, Nicki versus Cardi, yikes. But then she also said this on Spaces.
Let me make this very clear. I don't give a fuck. Okay, now that you got that soundbite. But I love it when I see you guys out there still having community within each other. As you've gone through your life since I met you guys 15, 16, 17 years ago, you've made changes to your lives. And guess who wasn't there to decide? Pink Lady. Pink Lady ain't up in your business. Pink Lady loves you for you. Pink Lady doesn't tell you what to think. Pink Lady loves you in spite of what you think. Now, I want you to imagine yourself getting the fuck up off my phone.
Now, moving on from that, SZA and Fruit Punch from TDE speak out against the Orange Grinch, basically using the Big Boy song that she did for SNL for the Orange Grinch administration's political agendas. Okay. Punch TDE said trying to provoke an artist to respond in order to help spread propaganda and political agendas is a nasty business. Knock it off. And then SZA responded and said the White House rage baiting artists for free promo is peak dark inhumanity, plus shock in all tactics, evil and boring. Okay? So SZA decided to speak out against the administration using her song Big Boy, and maybe she can send them a cease and desist like Sabrina Carpenter did. Here's my thing. I feel like artists should have the right to not have their song being used for political propaganda that is against their beliefs. I feel like, if she owns the rights to the song, because she might not, but I think she should send them a cease and desist just like Sabrina Carpenter did. Now, Erica Stanks does have to receive 50,000 lashes. Erica Stanks was arrested on drug distribution charges after being pulled over in a stolen car where police found ecstasy pills in multiple bags of the ganja. Damn. Now, we all know Erica Stanks is a flop. And I think her and 1501 fell out. But you could have just sold some coochie. Okay, which I'm sure is not really worth much because Erica Stanks ain't Sweetie. Sweetie could sell coochie and make millions. You selling coochie, you probably make a few $100,000 after a few years. Okay, but you not making millions like Sweetie is for selling that coochie. I know that for a fact. Allegedly, because Sweetie did deny the allegations, but her bestie did rat her out and said that she was selling coochie, and I believe the best friend or the assistant. No shade to Sweetie. But Erica Stanks, you could have did the OnlyFans thing. You could have done different type of things if you needed money. Okay, because clearly the music ain't selling. You on Love and Hip Hop, nobody cares. So you had to turn to substances, okay? But to distribute them like this is BMF in power, that is just dumb because you are, I wouldn't say a celebrity, but people know you. You can't be doing stuff like that. So in my opinion, I think Erica Stanks going to end up in jail like a little dirt. She eventually will catch a RICO charge, in my opinion. And I think she should ask Sweetie for advice. Like, instead of selling, drugs, why don't you try to sell some coochie? Because I think at least you can't go to jail for that. Okay? All the female rappers have done it. Where they sell, except for Nicki Minaj, obviously. But all the female rappers at one moment in time was giving up that coochie for some money. Okay, so Erica, I think you should, ask Sweetie for some advice and, stay away from selling, substances. Is not really a ladylike thing to do. And on top of that, I just feel like you're going to end up in jail. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Nicki Minaj, 50 Cent, Diddy, Sydney Sweeney, Zendaya on Patreon. Link would be in the description. Have a great day.